Imagine this. It's dinner time. You're chopping onions for tonight's meal, and your dog is sitting right beside you, staring up with those big, hopeful eyes. Without even thinking, you toss a little piece their way. Then, hours later, you notice something is off. They seem tired. Their gums look pale. And you have no idea why. I know exactly how frustrating this is. You want to share your life with your dog, your food, your couch, your bed. And most of the time, that's completely fine. But some of the things sitting in your kitchen right now could be quietly putting your dog in danger. And what's worse? Most owners don't find out until it's an emergency room visit costing $800 or more. But what if I told you the 3 biggest dangers aren't the ones you've been warned about 100 times already? What if I told you one of them is sitting in your pantry right now, and you've probably used it this morning? Today, I am going to show you exactly which 3 foods are silently harming dogs and homes everywhere, why they're so dangerous, and what to do if your dog gets into one of them. Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Marcus, your neighborhood veterinarian, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I dedicate this entire channel to helping you become the best pet parent you can possibly be, using simple, vet-approved information that actually makes a difference. Before we dive in, drop the guilt. You are not a bad pet parent. Dogs have been begging at our tables for thousands of years, and most owners have shared a safe human food with their dog at some point. The fact that you're watching this video right now, wanting to learn more, proves you care. I actually posted a video on pet-safe human foods you can share guilt-free, which I'll link at the end. So today, we are doing a complete masterclass. Grab a notebook, because I am about to walk you through the 3 foods that send more dogs to emergency vet clinics than almost anything else, and exactly what to do if your dog eats one. Let's get into it. Let's start with the one almost nobody expects. It's not a spice. It's not a scrap of meat. It's a fruit that sits in nearly every fruit bowl in America. Grapes, in their dried form, raisins.
Ow.
Here's what's truly fascinating and terrifying. Scientists still don't know the exact toxic compound in grapes that harms dogs. What we do know is that it attacks the kidneys directly, and it can happen with a shockingly small amount. Some dogs have gone into kidney failure after eating just a handful of grapes or a small box of raisins. There is no known safe amount, and sensitivity varies wildly from dog to dog, which is exactly what makes this so dangerous. One dog might eat grapes for years with no issue. Another might collapse after just a few. If your dog eats grapes or raisins, watch for vomiting, lethargy, and decreased appetite within 24 hours, followed by decreased urination as the kidneys start to shut down. Here's a quick warning. This is not a wait-and-see situation. If your dog eats any amount of grapes or raisins, call your vet or an animal poison control line immediately. The sooner treatment starts, the better the outcome. Chapter 2 is my personal favorite to talk about because it's the one hiding in plain sight in almost every single home, including yours. It's not sugar. It's actually the sugar substitute pretending to be harmless, xylitol. Let me guess. You're probably thinking of sugar-free gum. That's part of it. But xylitol is also in sugar-free peanut butter, protein bars, breath mints, baked goods, toothpaste, and even some medications. Here's the science. In humans, xylitol doesn't spike blood sugar. But in dogs, their body mistakes it for real sugar. This tricks the pancreas into releasing a massive, sudden burst of insulin, which causes blood sugar to crash dangerously low, sometimes within just 10 to 30 minutes. In larger amounts, it can also cause liver failure within days. The scary part? It doesn't take much. Even a couple pieces of sugar-free gum can be enough to harm a small dog. Symptoms include vomiting, weakness, wobbliness, and in severe cases, seizures. Here's a quick warning. Always check the label before giving your dog any sugar-free or diet product. And never leave gum, mints, or sugar-free peanut butter within reach on a counter or in a purse. If your dog eats anything containing xylitol, this is a true emergency. Get to a vet immediately, even if they seem fine at first, because symptoms can be delayed. Chapter 3 is one you've probably heard whispers about, but likely don't know the full story on. It's not just seasoning. It's a member of the allium family attacking your dog's red blood cells from the inside. Onions and garlic. Stick with me here because this one is important. Onions and garlic, whether raw, cooked, powdered, or dehydrated, contain compounds that damage red blood cells, causing them to rupture. This leads to a type of anemia where your dog's blood literally can't carry enough oxygen. And here's what makes it sneaky. Powdered and dehydrated forms are actually more concentrated and more dangerous than fresh onion or garlic. That means onion powder in gravies, broths, baby food, and seasoned leftovers can be just as risky as a raw onion, sometimes more so. Symptoms often don't show up right away. It can take several days to appear and include weakness, pale gums, orange or dark urine, and rapid breathing. By the time you notice something's wrong, the damage may already be underway. Here's a quick warning. Garlic in very small, specific amounts is sometimes used under strict veterinary guidance, but this is not something to experiment with at home. Never assume a little bit is fine. Keep onion powder, garlic powder, seasoned broths, and leftovers with these ingredients completely out of reach. And double-check ingredient labels on baby food if you ever use it as a topper. Now, please listen closely, because this is a massive veterinary warning. The biggest danger with all three of these foods isn't the food itself, it's delayed symptoms. Grapes, xylitol, and onions can all cause damage, hours, or even days before you see obvious signs. That means my dog seems fine is not proof that your dog is fine. If you know or even suspect your dog ate any of these, do not wait for symptoms. Call your vet or an animal poison control hotline right away. Time genuinely determines outcomes with all three of these toxins. Here's the golden rule going forward. You do not need to overhaul your entire kitchen or live in fear. Daily, simply keep your countertops and table clear of grapes, raisins, and anything containing onion or garlic before your dog is in the room. 2 to 3 times a week, do a quick purse and pocket check, sugar-free gum, and mince travel-in bags, gym bags, and coat pockets. And they're one of the most common sources of accidental xylitol poisoning. As needed, whenever you bring home a new packaged snack, protein bar, or peanut butter, take 10 seconds to check the label for xylitol before it goes anywhere near your dog's bowl. The whole process should take you no more than 2 minutes a day. Keeping your dog safe from hidden dangers is one of the hardest, most invisible parts of being a pet parent because there's no manual that comes with them. But by choosing to educate yourself, by choosing to take just a couple of minutes out of your day to check labels and clear counters, you are proving how much you truly love your dog. That makes you an incredible pet parent. If this video gave you something you didn't know before, please hit that like button. It genuinely helps more pet parents find this information before an emergency happens, not after. Subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss our weekly deep dives. Please leave a comment telling me, has your dog ever gotten into something they shouldn't have? And what happened? I read every single one. Give your sweet, beautiful dog a gentle scratch behind the ears. For Dr. Marcus tonight. I'll see you in the next one.